Hello, I'm Suzanne Skillen.
And I'm Paul McInerney.
And today we've got some thoughts on fears, doubts, and money blocks. Goodness, big subject. I know Paul has done quite a lot of research on particularly fears and doubts. And it's fascinating how many people, well, everybody has fears and doubts. Everybody has something that they are fearful of. So can you just tell a little bit about the research you've done?
Well, Wikipedia states that there's over 300 different fears. Luckily, I don't have the 300, but I do have quite a few of the fears. For me personally, I had a fear of rejection. I also had a fear of not being good enough. I also had a fear of success, but I also had a fear of failure. And what that did, I've had massive amounts of great success, but then I would self-sabotage because the fear of success, I would lose everything. And I just kept on repeating that program over and over and over again. Thankfully, I've changed the program now, and those fears are slowly disappearing. But I also have a fear of being in confined spaces, which we just recently, I was well and truly tested about. So you can
Yes,
share
you
that.
were. We got stuck in a lift for about 45 minutes with 15 other people on a very hot night. And it suddenly got really steamy in there, didn't it? But the good thing is, all the things you've been practicing, not necessarily just for the fear of claustrophobia, but about breathing and calming your mind and calming your brain. It was amazing. You handled it very well because it was contagious, the fear, as it traveled around the lift. So, some people were really freaking out. So it was so good the way that you handled it. I know it was a good test, an unexpected test, that was for sure, but it was a really good one. And I know I have a fear of rejection and abandonment. I have since I was a little girl, because I had been rejected. And so that was a fear. And it was interesting how it was almost like I attracted it back in my life so many times to deal with it. And it's taken a lot of practice. Like anything, it's a practice, it's a skill. But the first thing is to recognize, here I go again. There's that feeling. There's the fear. I feel like running. I'm so scared of what's going to happen. And we've got more on this. We go a lot deeper into how to deal with fears and doubts and money blocks. Oh my goodness. How many of you on this call are thinking, well, I don't have enough money, and really are in scarcity at the moment. And it's almost like you attract it again because you kind of freeze, or else I know when I'm in scarcity, what I do is I put my head in the sand and I seem to spend more money because it's like, oh, well, I pretend this isn't really happening. And that was a habit that I'd fallen into. Both of us coincidentally have lost everything 3 times in our lives in different times. We've done it once together and twice separately on other sides of the planet. I was in England, you were in Australia. And our stories collide, actually, as we got to know each other. We both had this terrible time of losing absolutely everything. And for me, I had to begin my life all over again in a foreign country, no friends, and just start absolutely all over again. Glad I did, though.
Yeah. Well, working with over 200,000 people around the world, these money blocks, I'll just give you an example for my money blocks. I picked up money blocks from my parents. My parents used to say, money doesn't make you happy. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy or bad people. That was a really big one for me. And also, I hear a lot of people say, lucky I've got our credit cards, because if not, I would be broke. And also, we hear a lot about people losing everything because they got the belief or a money block that our family always loses our money and we're all broke in the family. So these these fears, doubts, and money blocks are very, very deep-seated programs, and unfortunately, they become habits, and then we keep on repeating these same things over and over and over again.
Look at how many people win the lottery, and I think it's within 3 years.
3 years,
They've lost everything.
70% of people.
Yeah, it's very rare that somebody comes into a lot of money with the right mindset.
Yep.
To actually invest that money. I mean, obviously you're going to enjoy some of it, but to invest it and to respect it. That's the interesting thing, how few people respect money. And they, again, going back to the things our parents said, money's dirty, money is dirty. And I was told, if you want to be spiritual, you can't be rich. And I never understood that one, because I kept thinking, well, money is great because you can't help anybody when you don't have any money. You can't even help yourself and your immediate family. So money is great because you can actually give it away. You can have acts of kindness. You can create charities. So I actually never had a money block around money because of my parents, because I actually was brought up. I left my home when I was very small. So I was brought up in a very affluent, with affluence around me, and just really lucky in meeting people who had a completely different view of money to my own family, which was a gift, really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we really want to, this is one of our very first podcasts, and just a little taste of what's ahead. We actually would love you to go to SuzanneandPaul.com. That is our new website we've created, where we go much, much deeper into definitely fears, doubts, and money blocks, but a lot of other subjects too.
Yep. It's well, 40 years each of over personal development and teaching it over in 10 countries around the world. We've learned, what works and what doesn't work. So we share our life experiences, our massive successes, but also our learning experiences, our failures. And what you always say, I love what you say, is that we've learned more from our failures than we have from our successes. So we go very, very deep into what we've shared.
Yeah. So 80 years of experience.
And still learning. It's a never-ending journey.
Yes, absolutely. We still have piles of books by our bedsides. We're constantly investing in ourselves, in courses and learning. So it's not that we have reached nirvana and we know everything. We certainly don't. We're learning as we go along as well with you. But we do have a lot of life experiences and how we've overcome hardships as well. So look forward to you joining us. SuzanneandPaul.com. Thank you.
Thank you.